The second meaning of sabr in a time of fitan and calamities is to keep away from sins. To keep away from sins, whether these sins are words or actions. And Nu'man ibn Bashir al-Ansari radiyallahu anhu, he said, إِنَّ الْهَلَكَةَ كُلَّ الْهَلَكَةِ أَن تَعْمَلَ السَّيِّئَاتِ فِي زَمَنِ الْبَلَاءِ. Allahu Akbar. He said, the biggest destruction is to commit sins during the time of calamities. Allahu Akbar. You're in a time of calamity where you're supposed to be rigorous in your worship and heavy in your worship, and you're doing a sin. That is the worst of the people. That's the biggest destruction. When the calamity is supposed to wake you up and revive your iman and nourish your deen and your relationship with Allah. It is a moment in where Allah loves the servant, because when the calamities intensify on a servant, this is a sign of Allah's love for him. So love him back and worship him. Exhaust yourself in worship. If in that time you're committing a sin, that's the worst of people, to commit a sin in a time of calamity. That means you didn't understand what the purpose of a calamity was. You didn't understand what to do in a time of a calamity. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And keeping away from sin, it means, because what are sins? Sins are to abandon the obligation. So if you're abandoning as-salat, you're abandoning your obligations, you're not praying in time, this is a sin. Meaning this is the biggest destruction in the time of fitan. Sins are to commit the prohibitions. Whether it is to take a drug so it can calm you down, or whatever it is you're doing of al-haram. Keep away from all of this, because this absolutely goes against the concept of as-sabr. Remember, Allah gave victory to Bani Israel, to the oppressed of Bani Israel, bima sabaru, because of their patience. And their victory came 40 years later, 40 years after. Yani, there needs to be patience as well in how Allah Azza wa Jal would respond to us. Now,